What's going on, Foodie Fam? It's your main man, Dame Drops, back again with the best and worst rated restaurants right here in Connecticut. Now listen, baby, we already slid over to the best rated chicken and waffles restaurant here in my state. And now, of course, it's time to slide over to the worst rated chicken and waffles restaurant right here in my state. I found one that only serves up chicken and waffles on the weekends for brunch. So really don't know what to expect. But let's go ahead and read some of these Yelp reviews and then slide over to Butchers and Bakers in Farmington, Connecticut to see what these chicken and waffles are hitting on. First one, 5-star. This was my second visit to Butchers and Bakers. My first visit was a few years ago and it was for brunch. I remember liking it a lot. The second visit was for dinner on a weeknight. There is a large parking lot with plenty of spaces. We made a reservation and were promptly seated in a booth. The booth was very roomy and comfortable. I really liked the decor and the ambiance. The service was very fast. We got waters right away, and even though I did not order a drink, the other two guests' drink came out fairly quickly. We each ordered something different. I should mention that the bread that came in a basket was really good. I ordered a scallop risotto. I thought it was excellent. Whenever I have a chance to order scallops, I do it because they are very hard to make at home. One friend ordered the fish and chips, and another ordered the pork chop with a side of potatoes. Everyone loved their meals in place of a cocktail. I ordered dessert, which was the bread pudding, and it was so big I only had a few bites before having it wrapped up to go. The service was also very friendly, attentive, and fast. I would love to visit again. I don't live very close, but not very far either, so it's just a place that I have to keep in mind. I hope my subsequent visits are as great as this first one. So right off the muscle, man, we're getting great vibes from this location. Food's good, drinks good, service is pop, pop, pop. Ambiance is a good look. I'm kind of excited. How about you? Ooh, another 5-piece. Not too bad for the worst. Amazing atmosphere, rustic, chic with an upscale vibe. Caesar salad and calamari were a perfect start. The bolognese pasta was fantastic and topped with a delicious fresh burrata. Ended the meal with a delicious espresso martini. Straight to the point, quick to business. Seems like we have another good meal and another happy customer. Let's keep on reading. Next one, 3-star. To-go burger and fries were good. Carrot cake, also tasty. Nice decor. But the manager in the Donegal was rude. Approached me and asked, who said you could sit there? I told him the young lady at the other bar. Customer service training is definitely in order. Yeah, that's definitely some in-house issues that need to be tightened up. But overall, seems like the food was good. Seems like it was a good time. Just that little bad run-in with the manager, but that can happen on any given day, anywhere. So let's read this last one, which is a 2-star, and then slide over to Butchers and Bakers for this chicken and waffles. I really try not to leave negative reviews on here, especially when I didn't have issues with the staff, but my food was lackluster and I can't not address it. First off, the restaurant itself is a really nice environment. It just looks great. High ceilings, wood, spacious, dim lights, very aesthetically pleasing, great vibes. The staff, from the host to the bartenders to the food runners, were all pleasant and kind. They all had great attitudes. However, I go to a restaurant for good food. It's the most important part. I had been wanting to try this place for years, and now that I have, I never want to come back. Went in for brunch. I got the French toast. Look, I don't mind throwing down money for food. I'll never complain about food being too expensive if it tastes good. I will happily spend a ton of money on food. $17 for French toast is average brunching price in my opinion. But $17 for 2 gross, bland pieces of French toast, it didn't even taste like there was batter. It legit tasted like overcooked bread covered entirely with cinnamon and sugar that looked like ran over cardboard. It's unacceptable. Look at the picture of the French toast and try to justify it to me because I honestly cannot understand. No sides, no eggs or toast or meat. Just 2 pathetic pieces of overcharged bread with apple garbage on top. I'm not picky either because I don't mind, even at a spot with lower quality items, if the food tastes good. But I can't for the life of me fathom how this place makes money when the food not only tastes like crap, but is poorly presented. Come on, pretend to be proud of what you're serving. If they could at least cut it up, make it look nice, put some fruit or cream, anglaise, whipped, I don't know. It could disguise how sure this tastes. What pisses me off is that there are really wonderfully prepared and presented food in restaurants in low-income areas throughout the state that will never gain the popularity that places like this do because of their location and lack of networking. This is unearned and undeserved. I consider that maybe the French toast was a one-off thing, but I tried the burger and it sucked too. It was like crunchy burnt tasting on the edges, and the sweet potato fries were I truly wanted to like this place, but it left a lot to be desired. I literally went to Burger King after I left here because I was hungry and needed to feel satisfied. I'm not a hater. The food just sucks. Fam was over here talking that talk, and sometimes that's what it has to be. Not everything's going to be great. Not every experience is going to be amazing. Sometimes food is just bland, and it is what it is. Sometimes things are just thrown together without any love. That is what it is. Either way, we got to slide up over there, make it hot, see what they got, and I'm checking from the chicken and waffles, baby. Sit back, relax, and comfortable. In order to get there from here, we got to cue the music.
Student of the game, I'm a scholastic. Platinum when I swipe, no, it's not plastic. I fill up the bank, magic. Student of the game, I got my masters. Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right, fam, so right now we're at 270 Farmington Ave, Butchers and Bakers. Now, if you want to do their chicken and waffles, you can only come here on the weekends from 11 to 3 because it's on their brunch menu. So you won't be able to get it no other time. We read the reviews. This is the worst rated when it comes to the chicken and waffle restaurant game in my state. And sit back, relax, and get comfortable. Oh, we out here in Connecticut, by the way. Sit back, relax, and get comfortable because you already know what happens next. Come on. For those that are new around here, normally when the music is bumping on the inside of a restaurant, just to make YouTube happy and not get any kind of copyright strikes, we end up doing a voiceover. So let's get into it. I wanted to go ahead and start out with their garlic bread because it's a particular kind of garlic bread, family. You got to take a look at this one right here now. This is that, and I'm probably going to destroy the word like I normally do, but I believe it's a coal-fired, house-made focaccia, which is basically flat leaven, oven baked Italian bread at the end of the day. And it has a nice little crispiness to it, but the thickness on the dough and the warmth and the soft bite when you crack into it with that gorgonzola cheese laid out like a beach blanket over the top of the bread. You take that bite and you are getting flavors that are rushing in like it's nobody's business, family. You win with the gorgonzola because the gorgonzola straight up and down is like blue cheese, zesty flair of magnificence. And when you have that fondue-like spread up off over the bread, that Italian baked bread, the focaccia, right? Am I saying it right? I don't even know. But all I know is when you take that bite, your eyes start rolling in the back of your head, just off the savory notes of seductive symphony, just dancing over your taste buds. I love it. I love it every single time. They don't know how to miss, but we're not here. We're not here for the garlic bread, fam. What we are here for, say it with me now. The chicken and waffle game. Visually, you see this monstrosity. They didn't just come out with waffles. They didn't come out with just chicken. They came out with chicken, waffles, and bacon. Why? Why are you doing this to me the way you're doing it to me, Butchers and Bakers? Because that bacon looked good. And it has powdered sugar just snowflaked all over it right now, family. And I'm just like, yo, they're trying to do it to me. Now, the creamy kind of reminds me of like, it looks like a vanilla pudding almost. And I'm not too sure exactly as to what it is. So I won't even sit here and stunt. But I took a bite of that soft waffle with the vanilla batter that matters on that thing. It is so good. That thing was crazy tasty. Really kind of blew me away for how soft it was. And there's a specific name, and maybe somebody could help me in the comment section below. I know there are two different types of waffles. Is it a liege waffle? I don't know. I don't want to mess it up, but I know there's two different type of waffles. One waffle being lighter in texture, and the other one having more of a crispier bite to it. So whatever the lighter in texture waffle style is, that's this. And with that vanilla-like pudding creaminess and sweetness to it, with the sweet batter already mixed in, the waffle already tastes good without any syrup on there, right? You want to mess around and go ahead and grab up this bacon, and it's not a whole lot of fat happening on the bacon. And this one right here, definitely a maple bacon because it was sweet to the bite. It wasn't wild crispy, but that was perfectly fine because the bacon was still well done. And it was good. It wasn't too greasy. I messed around, wrapped the bacon around the Belgian waffle itself, just so I can go ahead and mix the two together, right? Just so I can get all those flavors just working together as a dream team. And let's talk about, of course, that chicken. Now, here's the thing. The chicken had good and bad notes to it, and I want to break it down because I will say this much. The chicken is tender. It's juicy. I enjoyed that, but it lays flat, meaning as far as the batter for the chicken, the flour, there was no other seasonings used because this was probably the most bland tasting chicken ever. Like there was nothing out there that could truly help it out, though it had a nice crisp to it, though it had that nice tender fender bender around the bite. You mix it all together, you're like, yes, this is a win. I just wish the batter had more seasoning in it to really drive this chicken home because everything else about it was just so right, family. It was just so right. But let me go ahead, take this thing to Yelp so I can break this down in full for you to give you guys the overall picture. But this wasn't half bad at the end of the day. Not at all. All right, fam, so we are back from Butchers and Bakers. Things were flowing until I got to my chicken and waffles. And then things kind of changed just a little bit. Would I say it's the worst ever? Nah, I've actually had worse than that before. So, you know, low ratings is what it is from the people. But let's go ahead and get into Yelp, man, because I want to give them the respect that they deserve in this overall review. And I really want to break it down properly. I still want to showcase, I guess, the good and the bad efforts that went into the chicken and waffles. So y'all know how I get down. This is going to be one of them things right there. All right, let's go ahead and get into this Yelp review. Let us start off with the amazing staff here. See, I was seated at the bar and the place was already rocking for lunch. It wasn't long before my waitress struck up a conversation with me as I placed my order. I was curious about their brunch-only chicken and waffles here, along with their garlic bread, and so let us begin on this verbal adventure. I was tantalized by the promise of their coal-fired garlic bread, a divine creation melding house made of focaccia, gorgonzola, cream, and parsley oil. The anticipation was building as the dish arrived, and it looked good, family. The aroma alone was intoxicating, with the scent of freshly baked focaccia mingling with the pungent notes of gorgonzola. As I took my first bite, I was transported to wherever food happiness resides. The bread was perfectly charred from the coal-fired oven, offering a delightful crunch that gave way to a soft, fluffy interior. The gorgonzola cream added a luxurious richness, its tangy undertones complementing the earthy garlic flavor of the bread. A nice spread of parsley oil added a burst of freshness, elevating the dish to new heights and taking me from a place of curiosity to satisfaction. However, things took an unexpected turn with the arrival of the chicken and waffles, adorned with cream anglaise and candied bacon. While the presentation was impeccable, with the golden waffles glistening under the soft glow of the restaurant lights, its taste fell short of expectations. The chicken, both thick and juicy, definitely lived up to its billing. Each bite yielded tender, succulent meat, a testament to the quality of the ingredients and expert culinary technique, yet it was marred by a disappointing revelation. The batter lacked the punch of flavor that one would expect from such a dish. Despite its crispy exterior, the batter failed to deliver the depth of seasoning needed to balance the dish's sweetness and richness. Here was a dish with so much potential, let down by a simple yet crucial element. While the chicken and waffles were undoubtedly enjoyable, they paled in comparison to the symphony of flavors found in the coal-fired garlic bread. It doesn't mean that I won't be back to try my hand at more food options here, but hopefully they do not fear visiting Seasoning Town upon my next stop in, family. I'm just trying to tell y'all a little something right there. Like you were carrying the ball, you were running. You saw the touchdown line, nobody was on you. You were spinning, hitting them with the stiff arm. You were going all the way through with it. Came with the chicken and waffles from the 20, the 10. Ooh, where'd that come from? Where'd that train come from? What hit me like that? What hit you was the lack of seasoning. That's what hit you, chicken and waffles, baby. The waffles, they was all right. They were doing their little 1-2 thing. And that cream and glaze, for those that have no idea, it kind of reminded me of like a light vanilla pudding for the most part. It was cold. I just remember it was cold. But that chicken, again, thick, had a juiciness to it, but just the batter on it, no seasoning. Like they didn't put nothing, no salt, no nothing on that thing. That's unfortunate. It's a nice spot. Hopefully they make some minor adjustments. That would definitely be one of them that I would say. But either way, fam, I'm throwing a curveball into the food reviews this week. I still want to check and see if you guys are really checking for Fast Food Friday. But I want to try a food that I've never tried before. And I'm going to drop it. It's like a Lebanese food, family. So I hope y'all enjoyed that video because it was a new experience for me. And I definitely want to share it with my foodie fam, all right? So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Y'all, come on now. You know how this goes. You know how it goes, baby. Don't ever play yourself. Lebanese food tomorrow. Hope you're ready for it. Ooh.